Peace and blessings, everybody. Coming at you with some of this dark reality. Sitting bull. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for the most part. And everybody who viewed my videos. Everybody that's taking me in consideration. And the whole nine. Thank y'all for viewing. And the whole nine. So let's just get back on track now. I just really wanted to just talk about power that we have as the people, but we don't express it just because it's things of our nature that we don't know, things that we scared of, things that we truly don't want to understand. As they say, ignorant is bliss, and it's a factor. As they say, and it's the factor also, where they say ignorance of the law. You're still accountable for them if you do know them or don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant is bliss. You don't care about it if you don't know it. And them are the true issues that I really want to talk about when it comes down to our reality and when it comes down to our conscious perspectives. Because, like I say, I'm not a conscious man. You see what I'm saying? So I really don't like to just say things on that terminology, though. But I do tell you one thing for sure, though. I do live according to my reality. Because the reality is getting me where I need to go. Things are diverse. Things are changing. Things are not the same. Things are happening in different eras that we go never imagine that they have to happen. So we got to keep up with things. You know what I'm saying? Things are getting amended every day and everything else like that. You see what I'm saying? So we got to just look at the violations and adjudications that we put ourselves into as people. And we ain't just talking about what dealing with law or things like that in that nature. We talk about what all principles, period. We're all principles, period. You know, so basically that's what I'm trying to say. You know, we have to be more aware about the consequences that come to us on a lot of different aspects in the way that we think. I'm talking about from the way that we ingest things, you know, the way that we go about our actions, the way we go about trying to solve our problems, the way we even go about raising our family, our children, and things like this, you know. And because things are just getting so broad now that basically you gonna be losing your own grip on yourself. So how you gonna keep grip on somebody else or something else? You know what I'm saying? We're not slave owners, and you're never going to be a slave owner, especially if you're a minority. Maybe so you can have a certain gain of power that you have people following you, but eventually you following a certain power yourself, or it's gonna backlash on you where you lonely. You're gonna be by yourself eventually. You're gonna be in a corner by yourself. And that's what I tell my boys all the time. Start using your mind to think for yourselves. Quit letting me think for you. I don't want to control you. I don't want to be your slave owner. And you shall want to be my servant or my slave. So just do what you're supposed to be doing in the first place, and we don't even have to have these certain conversations. You know, I mean, that's key to life, though. You see what I'm saying? If you knock what I'm saying, then, you know, make a comment or whatever. Maybe your misconception. But I know it's not my misconception, just because for the simple fact, things are so powerful that, like I tell people, homie want me to, you know, try to help him out, you know, from incarceration. But at the same time, I tell them, you got to study. You got to do things that's beyond things that we taught to do. Most cats, what they go do? They go run to certain books. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a cat give me a Georgetown journal, I just can't go from the Georgetown journal and just thinking I'm about to find everything I need to get me free. You see what I'm saying? Because it's more in depth into conversation. And I tell people, study the Constitution. You will be able to know your tax laws. You will be able to know your, you know, dealing with your money. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with your freedom, your jurisdictions, adjudications, and the whole nine. And you can't sleep on the importance of life, because if you don't know and you want to ignore it, then it become a time in your life where you have to utilize these things, and you about to pay somebody of abundance. You about to stress yourself to come up off some money, or you about to stress yourself and come up off some time, energy, things that you could already be temporarily moving forward to, even if it don't happen in your personal situation. It could be somebody that you just know, period, that's off balance, that doesn't know. So basically, and that's the thing where my mind frame is at. things that important and things that's relevant, we need to put them into our daily lives and get away all this generic stuff like the VH1s and the hip hop shows or the shows period, and we glamorize this stuff when we birthing young babies in this world that just not gonna understand the concept of reality, because their whole life is designed behind media perspectives, media expectations, and things like that. So that's what I'm saying. We go get back on law, and about speaking on law, ignorance of the law, you're still accountable for your actions, no matter what the situation may be. I've seen people get jaywalking tickets in the hood. You see what I'm saying? Not that it's a jaywalking area, because they don't even have traffic lights. You know what I'm saying? The reason they got that because we was a product of our environment and able to build a case on you or get something on you. You know what I'm saying? They had to hit you with the most simplest citations, which is actually not a crime. It's a civil matter. But the thing is, they put us in an adjudication situation and incarcerate us. Because why? Because we don't know what the hell we doing. We don't know what the hell our language is. And we hire a lawyer to say, hey, take care of this situation for me. What is he doing? He gonna help adjudicate you. If he don't adjudicate you, then he help giving you a track record so you can escape your past. Come on now. I got a lot of people on a whole bunch of miscellaneous crimes that's locked up, you know what I'm saying? And now they on some bigger shit. But the thing is, that little small petty thing that they settled for got them in restriction mode. I'm serious. And I know a lot of y'all that know people out there like that. That's why we got to wake up and start understanding the true concepts of what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't, like ignorant is bliss. If we don't care, if we don't know it, we don't care about it. Come on now. For real. This stuff's so deep around here. We got people that died for our actions, who we are today. You see what I'm saying? I feel like, people that fought for certain freedoms and certain reasons, they have a reason to turn over in their casket looking at us. Why? Because we're not bettering the actions that they put forward for us to fulfill. And that's sad, you know what I mean? We can't even fulfill the actions, you know what I'm saying, that they put in front of us, you know what I'm saying? And that gave us a head start in the leadership. But this era of people, we gonna have to do it. You see what I'm saying? We can't rely on the next generation of the children to do it, because they carrying on our ways, even though a lot of them gonna be powerful because they gonna have to go through a lot. But the thing is, it's bigger than that. I feel like, like I said before, I'd rather eat from an old tree with ripe apples on there than eat from a new tree with young apples. Just not the same flavor. It's not cut from the same cloth. So we have to understand the concepts of life, of understanding what's righteous, understanding what our family's necessities are. People always focus on the most irrelevant shit ever. You know what I'm saying? There's even me and certain loved ones that don't see eye to eye right now just because of a relevant situation where ignorant is bliss. Where we can't understand things from a bigger picture. We always want to look at things of how we want to identify them. It doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? It's not what I think. The world is bigger than me. The world is bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? Generations that come before you and after you is bigger than you. You see? But the thing is, when it comes to law, and I really want to focus on that because our people is in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about my ethnicity neither. You see what I'm saying? I represent Black power, but it's power to all people. Power to all people. You see what I'm saying? Power to all people. And don't dispute it, because we've been going through a genocide in the last 30, 40 years, 50 years maybe. I even say maybe even 100 years, or better. I've been saying we've been going through a inflicted genocide that we put amongst ourselves, that nobody else didn't inflict in us, or nobody else conflicts, whatever. This is all personal now. It's all personal now. You know what I'm saying? We doing each other in for, and I'm talking about Black Power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a few people in the hood that's from, you know what I'm saying, that come from the struggle in different ethnicities though, but really, you know, Constitution and things like that was wrote to break, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us. And I'm saying state constitutions, you know what I'm saying, state constitutions, because there's certain restrictions and there's certain things, you know what I'm saying. I don't take away from no life. I don't take away from no people. I ain't trying to get off track neither, because I feel that I am. But I just want to get to the point of, we all in the struggle together. And the only people that could break the struggle is the people that's going through the struggle. You see what I'm saying? You know, when I go to the joint, I gotta see these white dudes. You see what I'm saying? They going through the struggle. Or some of them that I even went to school with. They going through the struggle. They going, because we all one step away from being in an adjudication or in a fucked up situation. Especially coming from the hood. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that didn't have to deal with that situation. But the thing is, once they get exposed to that situation, they one step away. I knew some people got exposed to the hood and went crazy and lost their life at an early age. You see what I'm saying? That they got exposed to some situations. We always one step away. So that's why we always should be 5 steps, 2 steps, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of ourselves, so we won't be a step away. You know what I'm saying? Because ignorance won't be bliss. We would know the situations we getting ourselves into. Even we don't actually have to know the language, but along we mixing in the situations to know people that know the language, it will be a benefit to us. If somebody knew law and I didn't know anything about it, I won't have to pay for it. I will have that personal time to break things down from an expression to understand the language then. But the thing is, we don't even support the people who actually know the language. You know what I'm saying? And we do run the people in these different courtrooms and say, oh, he's a cool lawyer. He's a cool this. You better do his background in this research. He probably in that Masonic Lodge. Power to him if they was helping out the people in the struggle. But are they? I don't see them on the blacktop. I don't see them doing nothing but pocketing dust. No disrespect, but it's a different ball game out here. So you want to know the situations when you get yourself into with law. Law is very broad. If we don't get ourselves together dealing with law, we go put ourselves in a lifestyle on a daily basis where we live and adjudicate it. We have to get ourselves to the point where we become nationalized, where we could create our own nationality and go to bigger courts if we have issues, more like the UN and international things like that over in Geneva and other different places around the world to express our issues. We have leaders to come forward to do that. We have people to do it, but they don't look at our issues so serious enough because not enough people standing up to understand the broadly situations that I'm talking about. I got documentations rolled up. I got affidavits rolled up. I do not mess with no motions. You know why? 'Cause ignorance is bliss. If you don't know it, you ain't gonna understand the concept. You ain't gonna understand the language. So I study it. I have affidavits rolled up. Why? For people that may need help, myself, or whatever the situation may be. You never know the situation because ignorance of law will have you serving a punishment that you don't want to. When I was 18, I didn't know what situation I was getting into. I got locked up on robbery, criminal confinements, and everything else. Long. They had a lot of stuff trumped up on me. But the thing was, if I knew better, I would have known how they was violating my Fourth Amendments and everything else. It took for that situation for me to know more. But the thing is, today's time, as you have people as want to be mentors and the elders and express another sense of humor into us to make us think this is what we need to be on. If I'm out there on the streets, this is what I need to be off into, you know, because you go need to know these things before you get adjudicated, especially if you broke and you don't have any money for attorneys or things like that. You looking in the public defender hands, and he's ready to adjudicate you just as well as that prosecutor. You know what I'm saying? Ready to execute you. So understand the language and the barriers inside of these things that we take for granted. Please encourage your children to learn the Constitution. Please learn the Constitution. Please learn the Bill of Rights. Please get off into it, because I'm trying to tell you, it's bigger than what we thinking. Ignorant is bliss. Ignorant of the law, you still accountable for them no matter what. So that's why we need to take up on the situations. It don't even got to be criminal activity. It could be civil. A lot of people that's not dealing with criminal, they dealing with civil because they getting their money messed with through the IRS, through the state treasury, you know what I'm saying, the Secretary of State, and the whole nine. You can't deny these facts. So that's why you should be up on a bigger indicator to success of your freedom, because if you don't try to be successful with your freedom, then you will never be successful financially, because you always go be in the pockets or the hands of somebody else that can take a lot away from you if they pull the wrong card. You see what I'm saying? So that's not what we want. We want the best for ourselves. We want the best for our families. We want the best for our neighborhoods to turn them into communities. A lot of people, they may say, nah, we don't want that. You know, I know a lot of people don't want that because the way they talk, they don't put enough power behind their actions. So that's why I know they don't want that. But just understand, this is real. And don't sleep on it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of YouTube videos out there, but I encourage people to watch what you need to watch and get off of that stuff. You feel me? Don't be stuck on YouTube. Don't be stuck on TV. Don't be stuck on everybody else. You see what I'm saying? This world is bigger than all of us, though. Get the knowledge, get the advice, learn it, study it, see if they talking the truth, see if whatever the case may be. But utilize it in a way where you ain't stuck on it and just watching it, because that's not going to help you. That's not going to save your life. These situations is bigger than us, and understand that. Study. And don't resist the truth. Because living in the fantasy land ain't going to get us nowhere but to adjudicate it in death by severe punishments in life that we're going to have to live through on our daily basis. That's why we suffer in the hood anyways. That's why most of our lives is so much full of drama and chaotic and depressed. Just because of why? We don't want freedom in our lifestyles. You see what I'm saying? It's like we all trying to feed each other. I mean, feed ourselves with spoons with that got shovel handles on them. You see what I'm saying? Every time we take a scoop, it's just dripping down our face or our chin. It ain't going to where it need to be. You see what I'm saying? So basically, we got all this knowledge. We got all this food in front of us. We feed ourselves, but waste it all over ourselves, become filths, and still hungry, and still cry. Feed one another. That's the only way you're going to be able to get it done. It's the only way we could be full off the food and the knowledge that we have. Feed each other. Thinking you go feed yourself with those long handles. And watch you become a filth. And watch you still be hungry. And you still disturbed. Please, you don't got to listen to me, but just listen to the truth, though, because it's bigger than all of us out here, though. So I advise everybody to study, because ignorant is bliss. If you don't care about it, if you don't know it, you don't care about it. Well, you better start caring about it. For real. Ignorant of the law, you're still accountable. So just know, you could be adjudicated at any time. You could get your money played with at any time. You could get harassed at any time. You could get your rights violated. You could get your family rights violated. Because when I see him messing with somebody I don't know, I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? But if you knew what you was really speaking upon and what you was really standing on and the principles of the grounds and saying, well, he can't do this. But if you knew certain principles, certain laws, certain codes, whatever the case may be, then you would know what they can and cannot do, and you will be 100% sure that you can help this person in a situation. How heroic does that make us feel when we know something, we so confident in it, and it benefit another? Peace and blessings, everybody. Stay humble.